please let me know if you're struggling to hear me. Um, I am trying out the headphone point again, so I will just keep an eye out if that's the case. Um, so we are picking into the fourth sheet. We've already got giants, mermaids, and darklings. The best colors here are yellow and gray in terms of color wheel. Um, we're in a game with two shift tiles, so I'm leaning against putting in dwarves or secures. So that leaves probably nomads or engineers. Um, the thing is, red is kind of fragile color, so I actually feel like putting in one of those could be. I mean, you probably want nomads, right? Nomads could really kill giants here, but you know what? I don't like giants. Giants deserve to be killed. The only thing is that there's no big building tiles, so there is some incentive to push off a little bit. It's like not even that obvious who wants what cash tiles, and that's actually kind of a fun spot to be in when there's like that uncertainty in the game. Um, let's put in nomads and see what happens. Um, I feel like nomads are very happy with like around 3 times type of game. So, um, I think I played against all these players before. I don't recognize Bowser Schmidt actually, but I do recognize 3M20. Definitely played against them before, and using a boosters like I don't know if I spectated games where they're in, but yeah, they all have pretty decent healers at least. Um, I think it's on Darklings early. Is that correct? Darklings probably want to start on C1, I imagine, to get this time. Um, they need to make sure to secure their hexes, unlike some other Darklings games. I think that's the tile that they would most like is Wicked Tower. Um, that way they could grab B2 early. After that, I think that if I'm Nomads, I'm taking Sleep and sending it to Fire. If I'm Darklings, I'm taking Wicked Tower and trying to take B2. If I'm Mermaids, I'm probably just playing a Dwelling type of game. Um, and I should probably just speed up a little bit anyway. So, okay. So the thing about mermaids is that you don't really want to build a big building early. Um, mermaids just have a very awkward tracker. I think mermaids are actually very happy with the color wheel. Um, but one thing that they really don't like is the scoring track. The scoring track is very awkward for mermaids because um, you like mermaids are an outset, right? Outset up. You do want to build your TPs in this round, but like you're not going to be building that many dwellings late. Um, unless like you advance your digs and like with no coins out here, there's no real incentive to advance digs either. That said, I mean, mermaids can you make this time? It actually might like the strength of a mermaid game might come down to can you make this round through two key times. Um, Giants are pretty happy to have a round 3 times. Um, I am super quiet. Okay. One sec. I am adjusting my microphone volume. Maybe I can put it closer to my mouth. Does that help? George Whitwell? Um, put my mic closer. It is still pretty experimental. Doesn't help. Okay, in that case, I am probably just going to disable this for the moment until we can figure out how we can make this better. Um, All right, I've switched back to just using my laptop's mic. Twitch is showing that the volume is like a lot higher. Um, does that seem accurate to people? No comment so far, but there we go. Okay. So I'm just back to using my laptop's mic. I really do want this headset thing to work out, but oh well, for now. Um, we'll play on this way. So the action is going on mermaids, and to be fair, mermaids do like some stuff about this game. They like that the two ship tiles are in the game. They like that they're going to win double dig. Um, if they get worker power, that would be the best. But other than that, like temp ship is still pretty good. I think maybe you dig C3, you build C3, dig C4, just build H2 or something off your temp shipping. Or you can just like even take 3 power and dig like C3, F2. I don't think worker power should ever really get to mermaids here. Maybe you just like if it's between the two ship tiles, then I'm not sure if you actually which one you actually want. I don't think it's the end of the world to just take the 3 power as is. Mermaids are good because, like, the other thing is that the dwelling VP tile is in the game, right? Like, these 3 tiles without the big building tile, like, they run counter to this track, which this track says build up then out late. But if you want to score off the pass tiles early in the game, you kind of want to actually just spam out a lot of stuff. So I'm going to put one more on darklings and then just hold off on there. Like darklings also, if you're able to get any neighbors in this east, maybe if you start on E10, right? Like you should almost always be able to get this stuff down here. You might also be able to entice nomads to join you on G5, but I feel a little iffy on relying on nomads for that because I don't see why they should be so generous to you. They should probably, like, if I'm nomads, I'm not counting on this to be a town. I don't really want like the one leech and giving darklings a convenient spot. I would rather start F3. I would start D3, F3, E8 if I were nomads. Um, this makes everyone's lives awkward because, well, I mean, mermaids are happy. Like, I mean, this makes C1 darklings happy, which is fine. You probably scare darklings off of placing E5 unless like they want to carve through here, which they can try. But if you're stronghold, then you can just stronghold F4. And then there's E8, which should annoy giants. Like giants can try for this town, you'll take away G2. They won't be able to come through E8. And then you can just like
I mean, part of my thought here is that you just do regular nomads things late in the game, which is no one really wants to dig your yellows. So late in the game, you can try shipping to G4, shipping to H1, shipping to B1. Like those are like B4 giants might take, but I do think that there's like some risk of there's not a ton of risk of that. I don't particularly want mermaids, so this is a bit like if this were a fast auction, I wouldn't have bid this on mermaids. I would actually be more interested in playing nomads overall. This is kind of one of those like getting clever type moves where I'm like, oh, guess what? I can trick you guys. But in reality, I think that I'm just going to go nomads here. I would put nomads probably at 35 before I would, and then I might consider bidding darklings again. Do I start G2 or do I start D? Like if I'm giants, I'm always starting D4. The neighbor in no in mermaids is very good here. I might not be able to bridge town through here because mermaids could dig. Mermaids will definitely dig C3 in round one, and they could dig B3 as well. So getting a town in round three even might be tough because nomads are very likely to take away this. So your stronghold is here. Say that you lose B3. It's only like if you're giants, like it's kind of swingy because if you get on temp ship, you are so incredibly happy. But who's to say that you're getting temp ship, right? Because if you get temp ship, then you're never losing the race to B3 if you have temp ship. Because you can literally just open the game with a workers action, and then whether you're here or here, like you just build on like a red hex like immediately. Yeah, I mean, part of the appeal of Darklings is that you're almost guaranteed to be able to build like a lot of late dwellings. Like they are the best build up early, build out late faction there is. I would probably be thinking like take fire one, send priest to fire one in round one. Ooh, that could be annoying to nomads if they take the priest. But I think that Darklings also have to prioritize getting on to E2 because if you just let nomads have all the spades or whatever, then they could beat you down to E2, and then once they have their sandstorm, they can take away D1, and then you lose this town. Your sanctuary is probably going on C1, so that's an issue. So Darklings really want to take D2, so they're probably not setting the priest, which means that nomads probably do get to send the priest to fire. But that means that nomads maybe don't get E2. So there's a lot of potential issues in terms of getting this town early. Nomads can also come down to I7 to try to make this town, but that's also not so great. So what does this mean for giants? Where should giants be starting? Obviously, if giants just start E3, that takes away a town from nomads, or it could take away a town from both darklings and nomads. However, is that like I don't see this as being like it's also in a good leech spot, so maybe I could just place there and then place here. But this hex probably doesn't connect, right? Like it's very difficult to ship around. Nomads certainly take away G2. Nomads would have like no reason not to dig away G2 as soon as they get digs. Like the dream world is you could start here, and then still get somehow ship over here. But in reality, I don't think that that's that great. G2, like you could start G2. That's like a good spot to just deny nomads. But then I honestly think starting D7 might be good because you just like you're just happy to be neighbors with darklings there, I think. Um, where do you get this early town? Doesn't matter. We are darklings now. I think that we're starting C1, and we might just be placing E10 as well, and hoping to get giants as a neighbor here. If we don't get giants as a neighbor, that's okay. We at least have expansion over here. Obviously, this kind of kicks network aside. But I do think that I would prefer to get worker power and to try to beat nomads to E2. this would be the best early town, I believe. Okay, Giants do place D7. This is like this is a clever move because like that just says, hey, I'm playing nice with you. You play nice with me. Just checking my settings. I've been playing Bullet. Go E10. Nomads probably go D3, F3 here. Maybe E8. I do like connecting, so I was gonna say like in some worlds I like placing B5. However, realistically speaking, with both giants and like nomads were able to respond to my placement here, so that would have been comically bad, and like they would have been able to place there with their third dwelling, so it could have been awful. This is kind of a funny placement though. It's like what do nomads think that they're doing here? I'm kind of curious because this is pretty cool. Nomads don't have to place center. I think that they should. I absolutely think nomads should place center because if giants get this down, that's insane. Like they could place E8 because there's no pressure on these hexes. But good, they do place F3, so all is good. Giants could run away with the game here. This was clearly an anti-darklings play, maybe because I'm playing darklings, but E8 is, I think, almost certainly a better spot. You have a neighbor, for one thing. You also kind of threaten some of Giants' hexes, and also, this hex Giants want. Giants badly want this hex. They're going to take E7 in round 1. Are you really getting to E8 if you're nomads? Like, sure, you probably connect through here anyway, but I am very concerned if I'm nomads. Because like they did manage to cut me off. Like effectively, this says like I'm not going to connect this game, right? Nomads will take this hex. Mermaids will take this hex. So I can't connect like mermaids will also take this hex, and nomads will take this hex. So there's no chance that I can like sneak a connection path through here. I'm tempted to. My temptation in this game is to try to send priest to fire and take D2. How greedy is that? Like, if I put the priest to fire, shouldn't I get either the priest or the single spade back? This is also hilarious. Nomads only have one neighbor. I suppose that mermaids might give this neighbor soon, but I actually am definitely getting leech off of nomads, which is great. So mermaids are probably digging E5 then. I think this is what this means. So if I buy the priest now, nomads probably respond with priest to fire. If I send the priest now, who knows how nomads respond. Like they could respond by taking the priest, but I'm not convinced that anyone should take the priest here. Giants want workers. Nomads might want the priest. They might also want single spade, but if nomads just take the single spade, then I'll just if nomads buy the priest, then I will use single spade on D2. I think that that's kind of a world where we both lose, so I'm hoping that that's not what happens, but this is how I would like things to go down. I would like my next action to be buy the priest. They upgrade, cool. So we're gonna buy the priest next. We'll temple for fire 1, we'll build D2, and I think that our game is off to a great start now. I assume that mermaids are saving their power for double dig, and they're going to use it here. They need to secure C3. They should probably just take F2 in my opinion. We'll see what they choose. They do take F2, so they are leaving this hex open for now. Very nice Giants game so far. I mean, again, like I think Giants are really, really at a big advantage because they have this stuff like going for them right now. This E8 hex, if I knew Giants were getting E8, then I definitely would have played Giants. I guess we don't know 100% that they will, but okay, Nomads advance their shipping with their priest. Okay, that is interesting and it's kind of cool. They probably want B2. They're playing a pretty expandy game here, so I have to assume that they're going to come for B2 pretty soon. We could see everyone going for Fire 1 here. It wouldn't shock me. The ship tile is in the game, so mermaids are interested in Fire 1. There's also just not a ton of coins in the game. If I'm nomads, I might just pass here for temp ship. Temp ship, a pass onto temp ship now lets you build E8 with your first action. No one has the power to double spade. Yeah. I would probably just take Fire 1 and temp ship here. Though, awkward, they're not building their big building at all, huh? That is awkward, right? Surely you would like to build your big building here as nomads, but I don't really see them getting the chance to. Do take Fire 1. Makes a lot of sense with the early ship advance. I think we might just buy the coins here. Yeah, I kind of like just taking the coins here for me. There's not too much else I want in this game. Taking E6, I don't really like this move from Giants much. Like, once Nomads double spade, they're definitely taking G2, right? Like, why would this not be E7 as opposed to E6? Whatever. Doesn't matter. I think I'm pretty persuaded about doing this. Once I get Fire 1, that's one extra step on fire, so I should be able to build a dwelling as well as like it's one extra worker rather. I need 4 workers to build my sanctuary next round. Oh crap! I forgot that I'm losing 1 worker by. Oh no, so I'm going to go down to 4 worker production when I build my TP. But when I build my temple, I'll take Fire 1, and then I'll get that worker production back. So I will be on here. So I'll be able to build sanctuary and temple next round. Nomads might dig E3, so I'll probably upgrade D2, but I don't think that's actually that likely, so it doesn't really matter. Nomads do pass on a temp ship like I thought that they should. I don't think that there is like a chance in hell that they're going to go stronghold here. I think they're taking E8 when they had the chance. They're going to probably just spew out dwellings everywhere, so probably B2. Well, they don't need B2 right now. I don't have shipping, and I don't have temp ship, and they already have 1 shipping. They could take A6 away from Giants and D6. Wow, a dig on A6, D6 would be like absolutely savage. They could just murder Giants that way. In practice, they're probably taking B2. I think that this B4 placement was very hostile to darklings, so like to make that like for consistency, I find it likely that they take away B2 because this is a hex that people do race for. Like with pretty good reason. It's a good hex. Giants have a nice econ. They're going to open with a coins action, I think. I don't think nomads are going to open coins. Oh, wait. Nomads should probably dig G2, right? Giving this town to Giants feels bad. Feels very bad to give that town to Giants. But they don't even have to double spade with their first action, right? They might be able to get coins and the spade. They're just a little short of being able to coins and spade. But if I sanctuary fire, if I do sanctuary, which I'm planning to do, then so mermaids took fire one as well. Cool. Trying to figure out right now like what tile I would like to get back onto. Because I can have a very fast round, right? I'm going to build a sanctuary for Earth 1, and then I'm immediately passing. So I think this is fine. I get to pass onto any of these tiles that I want to. Likely the coins one, I think. This is just 3 points. It's not too bad to take 3 points and 3 coins. It looks highly likely to be a 2-town game. Or, yeah, just like 1 town in the east, 1 town in the west. But I'll get scoring favors. I might try to pass onto this thing for points. If they keep floating this E5 hex, this is good shipping opportunities to just get dwellings out. I guess this isn't great shipping. Mermaids can just take B3, which they're likely to do anyway. Mermaids with a priest to air. They have another priest, so they're going to send that to air as well. Mermaids, once they send this, okay, giant or nomads took the coins as expected. They are 1 short of being able to take the double spade. So this could be a play at the stronghold. Now, there are no real hexes that I'm threatened by with the stronghold. Not unless they ship down to G4 very quickly. Now, they could do that, but if they do that, then they're not building the stronghold. 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they could buy the workers as well, but that would be insanity. Giants are rushing Earth 1. Or they're looking for Earth 1. Let's just secure our copy. We're going to be building a TP next round, so it may be enough for us to if we pass first into this round, we might be able to temple for water 1 as well. I would really love to get both scoring favors this game, because I'm not getting connection points, and I'm probably not getting a lot of cult points either. Though I'm tempted to go for I'm recently tempted to go for the 2-key town. I don't think it's that bad here. Mermaids are a little slow about shipping. I'm starting to think about like coming here. Giants do secure Earth 1. It looks like nomads are probably the faction who just doesn't care. They're playing this cool economic game. Okay, so they sent priest to Earth, so they are getting double spade. That was silly of me not seeing that they had a priest to send as well, because they were 1 power short of double spade before. They're very happy with either my pass tile or this pass tile here. I suspect it doesn't do me a ton of good to seek out a ship town here. However, this ship tile does make it like kind of tempting too. I'm just thinking about my next round, right? My next round, I'm building a dwelling, and I'm making a TP. Um, then I could then I could take water one if I pass on to like this thing with coins, with a worker printed on it. Um, and I also should think about what town I'm taking, right? Like, that's we haven't decided that yet. So Giants build F4. Um, I have to think that the double spade is coming here for nomads. They could put the landscape down here. Um, yeah, so is it the cult bump or is it this? Like, it's not clear to me how fast around I want here. Um, as we said, this thing here seems to point toward a take water one's next round strategy. And do we want the like, and the outside thing is here. I don't know if there's like a chance that nomads are leaving B2. I have to think they're taking B2, right? I don't think that the ship town does me that much good in this game, unless like other than like specifically for this, right? Because I don't have another place to ship for a town for a while. Up here, giants should beat me to here. I'm not on. If I were on G5, then it would make sense for me to try to ship down here, but I'm not on G5. I'm on E10. So I think that in reality, I'm just. This doesn't get me quite enough leech for a coins action either. So I think I just take. But I think this is still good because it has water one opportunities written on it. And I think that a game where I just take water one, I should be able to get the second town here. Giants should probably get the first town, right? Oh, nomads did murder giants on D6. My God. Okay, so hold on. They have left B2 open for the moment. This does increase the chances of a ship town for me. Now, I'm not convinced that a ship town is good, but this was this was murderous. And again, I just can't help thinking that like Giants should have been on E7, right? Like, why did they give Nomads this neighbor? This was such a generous like dig to give Nomads this neighbor. I mean, I guess it gets Giants some leech themselves, right? And I did let them onto this coins tile. So Giants are having an okay game, but their connection path is very, very awkward. I don't know if Nomad. I think Nomads probably let them go through the north. So Giants might go for a town here, and then maybe like a mega town, like a 5 hex town here. And of course their town here. The landscape is in the game, so Giants should be able to advance their digs. So they could try making a town here, a town here, a town here, and then connect still. That would be a pretty solid Giants game. It's not clear to me whether we currently want. Actually, there's almost no world where we don't want water one, right? I look like a 2000s rock star. Oh, is it like the spiky hair? I have like an emo look to me. Um, Nomads took Earth one as well earlier. Okay. Yeah, I mean this is an expensive dig for Nomads. I am very, very tempted to try for a ship town here. The 2-key town isn't that many points, and I can go for an 8-pointer later. The 2-key town gives a lot of spades, but like, who needs spades, right? Spending, like, Nomad's worker production actually isn't that high, so spending 4 workers just to dig B2 seems, well, it might be necessary for them. I don't know, I would just, like, I would love this hex so much, but I don't know if I should, like, just dream of getting it. Do they have advanced digging? They don't have advanced digging. Building a temple in round 2 really slows down your worker production as giants. They've managed to figure out their coins, but they're pretty short on workers. So that's a little unfortunate for them. Nomads put priest to water, makes sense. Do Nomads just hard dig? Like, it would be so annoying if Nomads hard dug, but it's fine, right? Like, if they take away B2, then I can just come to D8 and F7. I can still do stuff. My world doesn't end if Nomads don't let me have B2, right? On the other hand, okay, here's my other thought. What if I take the 2-key town, and then I see what Nomads are up to, and then I can manually advance my shipping and come to B2, if that looks like a good plan. Like, the 2-key town is still pretty good, right? Like, it can't be that bad. I think I like this idea because I actually have like a fairly decent amount of coins right now. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 power from that, so I didn't overflow. All right, down convert. And they're not exactly killing it, but this is not too bad. Giants did that. Let's see what Nomads are up to. If they do send this priest, then they probably will be able to afford single spade action. George Charles, you're saying that 2-key is fine. You liked it better if we went first priest to water. Right now, I'm considering taking. I agree with that. I do agree with that. I didn't send a priest to water because I really was not sure. Like, I didn't realize that Nomads were in kind of a rough spot to be hard digging right now. They did choose to build this temple for Earth 1 last round instead of building a bunch of dwellings, which is what I really thought that they should have done. I think that they're on this dwellings tile. They should really try to build multiple dwellings this round. Oh shit! They can only ship to 2 dwellings. In that case, they really might just be hard digging this, huh? Well, the good thing is we'll see what Nomads do. Unfortunately, what Nomads do might just be to like advance their ship or whatever, or just send a priest to cult. Mermaids are about to take a town. They can TP and then I2. Yeah, so our dream world, we get B2 and B3 here. Wait, hold on. We could pass on to temp ship, right? We don't actually want to increase our shipping. We just want temp ship. Um, Nomads are never passing here. They have at least 2 actions left this round. Temp ship costs us nothing to pass on to. Whereas like advancing ship here is a commitment. It's a commitment and it tips our hand. Now, obviously, if we pass on a temp ship, that incentivizes nomads to like attack B2, but okay, they take B2 anyway. All right, cool. So this saves us a lot of grief. Um, like this saves us a lot of agony. This obviously makes us very happy we didn't take the ship town or pass onto the ship tile. And I think that nomads should probably build A5 and or send their priests to the cult. So I think that I'm going to greed it out and take a temple here. So, okay, so it's either temple here or dwelling here. Um, I could just build 2 dwellings, and then I should be able to water 1 next round. But I want coins and water 1, right? I think what we do here is we just temple for water 1, and then we take the coins next round, and then we don't really place any TPs next round. We'll just have lots of coins off the back of the coins action. And we'll just build a bunch of dwellings next round, and then we'll build TPs in round 5. I think that should be safe. Take this. Yeah, we'll just build out a bunch of stuff over here in the east next round with tons and tons of priests. And yeah, we'll take it from there. Don't look now, guys. Giants have a lot of victory points. Giants have their town. They have a ship. They have a priest town. So they can go up to 2 ship and then touch A6 now. That's what I would probably be doing as Giants. I think Giants are actually winning this game. This wound up being better than I realized because they got the lead from it. And I suppose they don't have a lot of endgame points, but they just have so many direct points. And these 2 tiles are in the game. They're going to hit a lot of shipping. Nomads take E3, which I am happy about. Take that away from Giants. But, dude, Nomads, you're in trouble over here. I think that Nomads have played blocky to a greatly detrimental... Like, they've tried to block me and Giants. Maybe they're better, like, maybe they're doing better than I think. But I'm not convinced this is a winning Nomads game. Okay. We don't have a lot of workers, so like I said, next round is our dwellings round. We will down convert 1. And I think that we just pass on to more priests. Actually, maybe we just pass on to the TP tile and block it. Blocking the TP tile feels kind of good. Our opponents might have some TPs by next round. I'm not expecting any more leech, right? Yeah. I think that this can't be that bad. It can't be that bad to block this off. And maybe I'll build 1 TP anyway. Like I don't need that priest. I have 5 priests and a spade coming in off the cult. George Charles, you think this pass is fantastic? Well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know if this this was a very, very blocky move by me. So I'm not sure if this is correct, but So right now I have 5 worker income. If I build 3 dwellings and a TP next round, then I should have 3. That should increase to 8 and go down by 1. So I would have 7 worker income. So I think that, okay, so I am building a TP next round. I don't think I'm building 2 TPs next round. That would be pretty tough on my worker economy. It feels really good to have blocked nomads on that pass. I'm very happy I did that. Giants are going to get onto A6, A12 here. I mean, are nomads even taking water 1? Giants are going to get water 1 as well. I don't want giants to get water 1. But I don't think that there's anything I can really do about it. If I'm giants here, I think that my play is I build A6, A12, and then my first action is I spade A8, and I basically just dare nomads to try to cut me off at that point. Mermaids are never going to dig all 3 of these hexes, but are nomads really willing to commit to blocking A9? Like they invested in D6, which is a hex that does basically nothing for them. They're not building on this hex until round 6. Like it's 2 hexes for 1 dig, but like they're so late in the game. And this is also a very bad place for the landscape, it looks like. Nomads have lost their town here because giants are now on A6. This is like a very, very expensive town for nomads. So yeah, again, I'm still scared of giants. Giants, by the way, are getting onto probably the mermaids pass tile. Because giants have 2 moves left. Mermaids, it looks like, have 1 move left. They could take a priest town and send a priest to water. Yeah, like nomads have no towns currently. I suppose that they can advance their digging and go for Bridgetown, but currently they have. You would honestly hope for much better worker and coin income than you would just hope for better economy than nomads have right now. Now that said, like they have more endgame points than me, and they have more current points than me. So maybe I'm way too like pessimistic on nomads game. But yeah, like giants, I guess their economy isn't in a great spot. They do have a ton of points, and they're going to get a ton more points off this pass tile. But they probably can't afford water 1 then. If they do, then it's like they could have like a 1 action round next round, or like a 2 action round, right? Like 2 dwellings. Try to get this free dwelling, and that's it. I'll place it in a spot where giants are unlikely to come. My digs, I would like to go on E9, F5 if I could. If giants do take E9 from me, then I might just go for F6. So I feel like it's fairly important to be able to access like this area. Or like I just feel like getting out here is good in case I do want to come down to H5 at some point. F5 is also just a nice hex because I know that nomads will eventually build on G4. Though again, their coin income is right now is rough, so they have 2 yellows that they can build without advancing ship first. So maybe I could even take G4 away from nomads and then think about shipping down here. If nothing else, it's just a place to build more dwellings. When I say shipping, I am referring to temp. Oh, nomads are going to come to G4. They're on temp ship. So this round they're coming to 1, 2, 3 free yellows, and maybe building some TPs. 1 TP or something. Anyway, this is good. I'm getting evil. Oh, okay. Nomads are going to secure a town spot for themselves. They had cult spade to this to red. That doesn't feel like a great use of a cult spade, but that's just me. This is meant to. Okay, so giants are going to get A8 then, right? Like they're just going to connect. They're just going to blast right through nomads like pathetic placement on B4. Nomads, buddy. Why you fight me? Why you fight me like this? Oh, wait, mermaids didn't make their town last round? What is going on here? Shouldn't mermaids have taken a ship town? Am I crazy? Why did mermaids not take a ship town last round? Mermaids should just pass here, right? Like, they should clearly just pass onto this dwellings tile and then open the round with a coins action. They have no coins. Okay, giants do take the hex that I was afraid that they would take, which is pretty annoying. But I mean, it's fine. Oh, they want F5 so they can connect through F5. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I need to use some priests, so seems good. Nomads just build F4, G4 like I thought that they ought to. I don't like. I think that this is a mistake from Giants. Now, I mean, they're not the highest rated player at the table, so I'm not like shocked that they're making like kind of the less amazing. Oh wait. Oh no, mermaids. Oh, this is what happened to mermaids. Okay, that's why they were saying that they fucked up last round as well. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's what this comment was. Oh Jesus. Oh man, mermaids, yeah, they effed their game. They're kind of done. Now, I mean, like they're not done, but I think that they have like a fair chance at coming in fourth at this point. Giants blew their whole economy to take F5 so that they could connect. I think this is really poor play from Giants. But it's fine. They're allowed to make poor plays, right? Like, I think that this is really poor from them. They should have tried to blast through here. They were getting this town no matter what. Like, I was never taking away enough hexes from them for them not to get this town. But like, killing their own economy like this is not great. I mean, I guess they're getting onto this pass tile, right? I greatly don't think that that was worth building this dwelling. This dwelling did nothing for nomads. Nomads, why'd you do this, buddy? That gave you no economy. Giants couldn't take it, and you just gave Giants this pass tile. Why are you letting them win? Yeah, okay. Alright. Despite that I don't like what Giants did there, I do think that they're probably going to win. Like, they did force a connection path, and they have 2 digs left. So now that they're connected here, they could try to just take, like, if Nomads let them have A9, which at this point, like, Nomads have no dwellings left, so yeah, they could beat Nomads to A9. God, this is malpractice. Because Nomads have no need of A9. Yeah, this is, I don't know. Again, I didn't like not being on E8 to begin with. Like, I guess like I can't complain that Nomads gave Giants too much, but I do think that building that dwelling is wrong, and it gave Giants too much. But it's like, I mean, it wasn't really like hurting me or anything technically. Where can I build TPs next round? I have spots for TPs. This seems like a decent round to pass onto the priest pass tile. Again, I'm just not that interested in shipping. I suppose I can still do it to like try to get over here, but mermaids with no ship advances. Oh, mermaids, okay, no. Nomads should pass here. So giants will open with the coins. Wow, nomads. No. No. What are you doing? What are you doing, nomads? Don't you want your bridge? Don't you want your town? Like, of all the things, why are you buying workers? Are they gonna hard dig this to yellow? Like, what are these workers for? Are they stalling to get onto my pass tile? They have no coins. I am baffled by this Nomads game. Anyway, I am making a TP here. The TP has 2 points this round, so I think it's good. Wow, mermaids are in such a sad state that they wound up passing onto this instead of onto the ship tile. That that makes me quite sad for them. Wait, did nomads do this to block me? Like, they didn't bridge. They have no power generation. Did they do this to block me so I could connect? Like, what is going on here? Okay, whatever. Whatever. I gotta calm down. I'm just, I'm mad at Nomad's game, and it's not even because it's like particularly hurting me. I just really think that it's not being played correctly. Okay, so we are 2 moves away from towning. I think we probably just want the 8-point town. Mermaid setting this priest was good for us because, like, no one else, like, nomads don't get the spade, giants don't get to pass me. Um, I should be beating giants this town. Giants should always take a coins action. I think I should just rush my town. The question is, should I pass on to the priest or should I try to pass on to the ship town? Because I could advance my shipping next round. I could take a ship town, build. I could just like dig H6, TP down here, build H5, and then build H4, and then make 2 more TPs, and then I'm in position to go for a 3rd town. That sounds pretty appealing, right? Wait, what did I just do? Oh, wait, I declined doing conversions? Wait, had my timer... had I not? Oh, okay, it was still my turn. Wow, that was dumb. My bad, guys. Okay. Oh wait, hold on. Let's send this priest, right? We did take the 2-key town. So I'm gonna do this and then undo it. Sorry. Undo, undo. These guys are free to fight for this, but uh okay. I might need to make this move on my phone because my computer appears to be frozen. Okay. Alright, cool. Okay. Um Apologies to everyone in the game, as well as my viewers. That was kind of lame. Okay, nomads are trying to close the earth cult. That makes plenty of sense. Okay, now ready to pass. And I do think at this point we are just going to go for the priest. The priest is guaranteed points. Zorito, you think that it's expensive to go for a 3rd town? I don't know if it's too expensive to go for a 3rd town. But I do think that I don't want a ship town. I think I want the cult town. So I'm definitely not passing on to the ship tile. If it winds up coming to me that like it works out better that way, then I will. This does let nomads have 9 points, which maybe I should have been a little more cautious about. It seems like maybe we shouldn't have let nomads just have 9 points like that, but we'll see. Mermaids are doing fine, I think. Anyway, nomads do have enough to bridge here, so that's nice. I think that they should. What did they do? Oh, they just took leech. Okay. So let's grab H6. We have so many priests. We don't want to send them all to cults. We want to do darklings things, and we'll give nomads some free leech right now as well, when they can't use it. I do think that, okay, so let's count how many spots we can build dwellings in next round. There's Nomad's Bridge. So they will take a TP and, God, is it a coin town? It'll be a very depressing coin town. Also, by the way, guys, I'm one worker short. So I am tempted after I take this cult town, which overflows me in power, sadly. Maybe I should have taken. I do feel like maybe I was supposed to take worker power. Oh, never mind. I'm not overflowing in power anymore. Giants take away this hex, which, like, I guess, like, at this point, they're free to just dig against me because nomads killed themselves. Um, Sad times. I really don't understand what that worker's action was about last round. Like, maybe it'll still, like, become clear to me with time, but yeah, I'm very, very confused about it. But we're just taking the cult town for now. This thing is pretty perfect for us. Down here. I suppose this isn't totally against us. I did claim that like Giants was against us, but they did get neighbors with each of those digs. Um, like they don't have like they want neighbors for this third town, but and I was thinking that they would go sanctuary 2 TPs, but when I think about it, that actually doesn't actually make any sense. Um, Now I'm not convinced about this, but still. Nomads do indeed take a coin town. Buddy, you turned 4 coins into 2 workers last round. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. Okay, so neither of them looks like they're actually going for water one. I think that we should buy workers here. Oh wait, no. Yeah, we should buy workers here because I think that I really do want to build all my TPs this round. Um, and I might be able to get the leech after buying the workers to still advance ship and build H5. We got a giraffe town forming in the east. We have like parallel giraffe towns in the east. Look at this giants town. There's like a giant giraffe town here. Mermaids, rather depressingly, still haven't gotten a town yet. Um, I do think Giants are winning. They have network points. They probably have the second most. They might only have third in network, right? They might have second in network. That would be pretty sick. Um, they have 2 free reds left. They only need 1 dig to get here, and they could probably dig again. So let's say they get 4 more hexes at this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. They would be down to 4 structures. Yeah, that's gonna beat mermaids. I think mermaids are gonna struggle, especially because I just don't really feel like letting them have these blues when I could be taking them. Like maybe it's like the true big Q play is to like let mermaids have these blues so that they beat giants on network, but well, I guess they only need 5 hexes. And 1, 2, 3. I don't think that I might disturb this hex, but they might go 1, 2, 3. They have a spade. Okay, so mermaids should tie giants on network or beat them. So in that case, I'm beating giants pretty handily on the cults. Giants took the other 8-pointer, which was pretty good. They might try fighting me on the fire cult. Let's go here. Actually, if I'm giants, I'm passing here, aren't I? I have 1, 2, 3 free cheap. Yeah, I actually do want this ship advance quite a bit because I'm running out of places for cheap. Like this was a cheap dig for me, and this was also a cheap dig for me. So giants have actually cost me a lot of priests by doing this sort of digging action. Admittedly I spent a lot of priests doing this, but like This was only a one. These were both browns, which were easy for me. God, I should probably pass here, right? Passing here for the TP tile to deny giants feels absolutely correct. Mermaids have a few stall moves. Nomads have a few stall moves. Giants only have one move left, which is sending the priest. They could send priest, buy priest, send priest again, so they could have 3 moves left. If I pass here, I get the TP tile, I get a coins action. I give up 3 points now. But that's only 3 points. The other thing is, do I just get a pass tile anyway? If giants pass, then the next thing to happen is, what would have to happen for me not to get a pass tile is giants pass and I still don't pass. And nomads pass right away, then mermaids pass right away. That could happen. It could go down that way, right? That giants pass, mermaids pass, or giants pass, nomads pass, mermaids pass. That could definitely happen. Okay. I think that I've convinced myself that it's correct to pass. Leave ourselves open to taking 1 2 for 1. Let's see if giants do go for the priest to fire, buy a priest, priest to fire line. I'm not sure if they'll buy the priest here, but I'll put my cult spade on G6. I have 4 priests. One of them is for a ship advance. And then I have 1, 2, 3. And then I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4 dwellings to build on without advancing ship, plus this guy. That'll require me 2 priests. And I want to build 1 more TP as well. Nomads make another TP. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, hold on. Nomads have I7 to build on. Okay. I was thinking that they might run out of moves before giants, but giants should not be able to get nomads past tile, because nomads can send priest to a cult, probably the fire cult, and they can still build I7. So giants are at they're on the dwellings tile, but they built all their TPs, so they're passing for 3, so they're at 100. 100, and they and mermaids are both extremely handicapped in terms of dwellings, but mermaids have a lot more workers. So giants, let's say they build 4 dwellings. I'm going to say that they lose, like they're clearly losing network to nomads, right? But nomads worker econ is, yeah, nomads have 1, 2, 3, 4 free yellows. No way that there's enough to deny that. Okay, giants just pass. So they are going to try to beat me on the fire cult. Should I be that scared of giants? Like, I am considering just templing for fire 3 here, but that would hinder my ability to build dwellings, right? I would need to build 2 more TPs to make up for that fire 3. Can I let fire 3... Okay, what happens if I let everyone beat me on all these cults? Like, am I really as far ahead of nomads, for example, as I think that I am? I think I'm beating mermaids. Mermaids will get 2 towns, but that's about it. They don't have Earth 1, and they have water one, but they've already used up all their water one points. Neither of these guys has water one and can't really afford to take it and use it effectively. But if nomads get out 5 dwellings next round, that's 20 points. That would be 82 already. They're passing for 6 here. So 22 points will put them at 90. And then they're winning network outright, 108. If they get another ship advance, that's 112. It's like 120, 130s. Giants do need to reserve one of their priests for advancing ship. So is it just take the coins here? Giants don't really have that much use for the coins. Giants want to get stuff out more than they need coins. Oh, nomads took away a red from them. Okay, so I'm not that worried about giants anymore. But does that mean that I'm willing to just let them have this cult? Or should I just temple it away with air 3? No, I don't think I want fire 3. I'll just take this. This can't be that bad. So, like, looking at everyone's economy, maybe taking workers was, like, more of an effective denial to the table. We'll never know. I would expect giants to double spade. They do take a double spade. They're going to try to beat nomads down here, and it looks like they will. Yeah, okay, this is a cool line from giants. So their final actions are H1, I11, or I1, and end with 5 structures on their board. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with the ship advance. And then that'll use up all their resources. So they'll be at 116. They'll be, maybe they get second on network, 128. They can probably send a priest to fire. Maybe they beat me on fire. 136, 140. I have 4 plus, let's say I get all 5 of these dwellings out. That's 24 more points here, plus 8, 32, plus, let's say I got 16 cult points. 148. I should be ahead of giants, I think. So I think I'm winning. Let's just secure all our hexes. If I can only build 5 dwellings anyway, then I don't think I should advance ship. I think I actually, like, what I was saying about, like, my big brain move of letting mermaids have this blue before, I think I'm actually going to let them have it. They're not on the ship tile either, so they can't, like, absolutely explode in terms of the pass. Maybe I should be a little more scared of mermaids. They appear to have 3 towns forming. So if this is Sanctuary for Fire 2, it doesn't matter. It's too late. I don't care about denying mermaids anymore. I just have to have faith in myself that I've done enough to win this. The towns also can't be that high victory point, right, if they all want to happen. I guess the one downside of this route that I'm talking about is that I can't send a priest to the fire track to tide giants. And I'm almost certainly going to lose water to someone. Maybe both of them. Like maybe nomads have a temple in them, right? Like they have 3 stuff to build. They might just temple for water 3 as their 3rd action. For now, they're just securing yellows. They did lose this H1 hex, which is a bummer for them. They want to build this. And then maybe they want to hard dig A1. And that's it. Let's keep building stuff. Giants, I think that we've said that their final actions are priest to fire and advance ship. Here's fire 2 for mermaids. So mermaids still need TP, then probably a workers' town, right? Mermaids actually need a workers' town to make this other town. Oh wait. This... How is this town placed? I'm a little confused how this town is legit. Am I missing something here? How is this a mermaid's town if it's not on the landscape? Does anyone understand in chat? Well, whatever. Do they have fire 2? They do have fire 2. But, oh wait, I see. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's just the landscape doesn't count toward the town? Is that what's going on? Okay, fine. Yes, okay, I see. Thanks. That makes sense. Cool. So mermaids are okay then. They can just go temple TP. But then they let giants have more network points, which is disgusting. Don't do that. Don't let giants have that. Nomads did take some workers. I think that nomads probably put the priest to fire now. It's just air 1 for mermaids. They don't come up the water track, though I do think that they probably will beat me on water anyway. Giants get a resource point, so that's nice. So they're at 117. And if this is 12, nomads will hard dig and probably temple water 3. Okay, so what do we do? We could advance our ship, place the dwelling. If we do a ship advance for our last dwelling, then we can send priest to fire. I think that that's probably the best use of my resources. Giants can't do anything anymore there, right? This priest is worth 4 points. The ship advance is worth about equal, so... Yeah, let's just put priest to fire. Can't be that bad. There's no way that mermaids can beat me down here, right? Well, whatever. You know what? I'll just make the TP first, and then we'll decide what to do with our priests. We may have this game won anyway, so it's probably not that big of a deal what to do right here. Cerrito doing solitaire darkling things in the corner. Yeah. It was actually a little more solitaire before Giants got like all up in my business here. They took away 2 Browns, which I mean it turns out that I have enough priests that it doesn't matter, but still. That was a little scary. There's a mermaid ship advance. Do nomads send the priest now? Mermaids should probably advance ship and build a dwelling. Yeah, building the dwelling is very, very good for mermaids because it's worth 6 points. It's worth the 2 points from here plus the 3 on the network. Okay, so 5 points. Yeah. Nomads do send the final priest, so this would be 2 points, and then I get 2 points from the ship advance. I think I'm just like the math said that I was ahead of darklings or giants anyway. Let's do the math one more time. 117. Let's say that they get second on network. So if they're second on network, then that's 128, 136, 140, 141 with a resource point. And I'm if I just dig this hex, I'm at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus this is 16, 128. Plus around 16 points here. Maybe it's only 14. And I have a couple of resource points as well, so let's just say this is fine. It's fine. Sending the priest when it would have been 4 points was pretty good, but this should be fine. And then I have 4 resource points here. Could Temple Fire 3 be good? Temple Fire 3 is probably fine, right? Temple Water 3 is actually pretty appealing. Actually, Temple Water 2 could be pretty good. Because I still suspect that nomads are going to, like, I keep saying that I'm losing points here, right? Because I think that nomads are going to try something. Mermaid sending the priest here is terrible. But nomads have 2 workers left over. Or actually, no, they have this. Then they have lots of workers left over. They could, like, just make a temple for Water 3. They're also on the cult bunk. They could do Water 2 and then... No. Fire 3 is break-even points. That's what it sounds like to me, because it costs me 2 resource points and 2 points here, but it gets me 4 points. So it's like not that bad, right? So I mean, I guess I could do it just to do it. But I'm not going to. Honestly, like Water 3 might actually be better, but I'm just gonna let it be. Because these are only points if my opponent's like, if nomads do stuff, which I assume that nomads are going to Water 3. Like, I don't see any reason for nomads not to Water 3, but like it's okay if they do. I'll live. It's a Delta 4 against Giants, yeah, but I think that I'm ahead of Giants, so I'm just not going to worry too much about that. It will be funny if like nomads are somehow like my strongest competition. Well, nomads just took leech. I guess they're gonna take priest. Yeah. I mean, mermaids still ended up with a 3-town game plan, and they still tied network, so it's not that bad of a game. It just like this really, really set them back in a round where they could have gotten a ship town, and they were on the ship tile. And then like, yeah, I guess they just didn't build their economy great because like if you look at these towns that they ended up taking, um, 3 towns in round 6, but they're all econ towns is it's not great. Like taking one econ town in round 6 is not bad, but fire 3 for nomads. Okay, so this obviously makes us feel worse. Oh, they're taking another temple? Is this a temple for water 3? I don't know. Maybe we should have been more defensive against nomads. Like I knew that they could do like a bunch of bullshit, but um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can send priest to water antic fire antic water 3 here. Which oh no, they don't have another priest. Oh, they don't have another temple. Okay. So they should just send priest to fire, or just advance their digs. Advancing digs is better points overall, but is it better points versus giants? In either case, the priest power action doesn't look great. Yeah, taking that leech and taking the priest power action, I think, was a mistake because they paid 2 points to get that leech, and might have lost a point on resources. So. All right. Apologies for playing kind of a slow game. I think I had to worry. Like I worried a fair amount about other people's game plans, and I think that I was right to be like pretty concerned because other players were doing some. Like I won't say that everything that they did was great, but it was very disruptive, both to me and to like each other and to themselves. Honestly, like I think Giants might have disrupted themselves a little bit, like with this stuff. Nomads and Giants fought. Nomads fought me pretty hard. This B4 placement is very black hostile. Um, I suppose it's also slightly red hostile. Um, like E8 could have like just been a nicer way to hurt them. Um, but honestly, like I think the player who was most hurt by what Nomads did was Nomads themselves. Um, Giants again, I think that they could have done better stuff here. What? Do Nomads have like a lot fewer, or do Giants have like a lot fewer points than I think that they should have had? Doesn't matter. They're still second place pretty cleanly. Um, yeah, this was a very slow game. Um, this is also just like I just kind of hate Giants, like, and partially that's because like just look at these bids, right? Like, Giants were the 40 faction, and I bid myself down 16 points, and I still beat them by 16. So like, was the correct bid to go down to 8 points? Um, this is the player who put in Giants. Krauser did, and yeah, it just makes me kind of sad. I also am sad to see how this Nomads game turned out. Admittedly, I think that I probably hurt them pretty badly by putting Priest to fire. So like I might have just screwed up their game plan from like the beginning. My plan was to Temple in round 1 and Stronghold in round 2 for Nomads, probably with Priest to fire. The setup wasn't super good for Giants. The biggest issue for Giants this game is that Nomads were in it, right? Like, I do think that round 6, like rounds 4 and 5 TPs, round 6, um, dwellings, and round 3, I don't know. I mean, like the track is good, right? This is 5, 5. This is 10. Maybe you can build like 3 to 4 dwellings here. That's 18. And then if you build all your TPs here, that's a 30-point track, right? Um, but yeah, nomads and like because of the other stuff, there's no big building tile. So like the fact that they took Earth 1 here really hampered their worker economy. Like they had to choose basically at this point between workers and coins for the rest of the game because they could never have both. And usually they chose coins, but then it's like very slow, like worker expansion. Um, you don't know why they took the priest town? I don't mind the priest town. They had lots of coins at the time, but you're right. Like they ran out of coins fairly fast, and while they kept getting coins from power actions, they might have been able to use that. Weirdly, if they had saved those coins from the ship town, they might have been able to use those coins for worker or that power for workers, and then they would have been a little less concerned. So why not the ship town? Yeah, I think that's. Um, I think you have a pretty good point there. So what do we got here? Power actions might be interesting. 2 bridges taken. I think that the Nomads bridge was a little sad. Um, Obviously, Mermaids screwed up, so I can't really judge them on that. They did take 2 double spades, which was cool. We got 3 coins actions, and that's usually pretty winning for Darklings if they can get worker production as well. Um, we did take a workers action late, though we wound up passing on to the priest tile instead. Honestly, if you think about it, if I get no pass tile and Giants get the pass tile, then that actually is enough points to swing this game because that's a 16-point swing. Maybe I can make up some more points otherwise. I probably temple for fire 3 or whatever, but still, like that's like Giants were pretty competitive there, and I think that like a clever pass by me was like part of the win here. Um, all right, so scoring track, as we said, yeah, like it's not that surprising that it's pretty good for Giants, this scoring track. These guys struggled a bit more. I think that Nomads, if they had managed to get that stronghold out, they would have had such a better game. But this was just their first 2 or 3 rounds were just really, really sloppy and kind of messy. Um, we got the most VP fit points because we got both Earth 1 and Water 1. These guys skipped Water 1. They skipped Mermaids skipped Earth 1. This is probably the biggest reason that I won, right? 16 points is my margin of victory over Giants. The fact that I was, but I guess that's also like the economy of Darklings be able to afford that. We somewhat passed the best, but it's not a big deal. Mermaids not getting onto the ship tile more or not being able to take advantage of the ship tile more is a big bummer for them. This was 2 call towns. This, of course, is higher than normal, so that's cool. This was Nomads, I believe. Yeah, Nomads managed to get some good cult points with Fire 3 at the end there. You think delaying all the TPs to round 5 is an important decision? You mean in my game? Yeah. So I mean, why was I able to do that? Right? There were like, first of all, Fire 1 allowed me to be able to do that, and the coins actions enabled me to be able to do that. And I think that I will take credit for this. I think that the 2 key town and my decision not to advance ship were big reasons why I was able to take advantage of like pushing off all my like TPs in round 4 instead of building them in round 5. I think that round 4 TPs is better if you have Earth 2 for Darklings. Rounds 3 and 4 you want to get your TPs up for Darklings if you have Earth 2. But if you have Fire 1, then you're more worker short than coin short. And I think that, yeah, I do think that building dwellings and not TPs in this round was good there. So in the end, like I could have had 3 more track points if I had built a final TP in round 5. But I think that I'm pretty pleased with the way that it turned out. So, that's probably it. Yeah, I gotta head off do some other stuff, and I'll probably be streaming again later tonight. So thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. It was a fun one. It's nice to get a win at a pretty good table. Everyone here was 400 or higher elo. So yeah, hopefully we'll be back in with some more good luck. So see y'all.